Rose here, and today we're going to be doing a little story time. I am also sorry I haven't been uploading for the past 4 days. I know I promised daily, but as you know, summer is ending. I am very sad, but school is starting, which is still very sad. Today we're going to be telling the story. Oh, is it black? Okay, I guess we're building a house too. But today we're going to be telling the story of the time I almost died. Put that space line. So the time I almost died was terrifying. I did not know what to do. I was extremely scared for the most part. But let's start the story. Flashback. Alright, so it all started when me and my friend, let's call him Jimmy. Jimmy was very special. How do I explain this? So, he wanted, I don't know how to explain this. He had ADHD, okay? Let's just say that. And, Jimmy, had problems at times, you know, ADHD, so he wasn't very focusing, and, you know. So, Jimmy, asked, because at the time I played golf. As many of you know, I used to play golf. Well, actually, no, many of you don't know because I never explained. I play golf. I used to play golf, actually. I still kind of do, in a sense, but I'm really bad because I haven't practiced in, like, over 5 years. But, yeah, I used to play golf, and it wasn't bad or anything. Like, I didn't, you know, it wasn't bad. I just got a really bad tan. I'm pretty cinnamon right now. So, yeah. So that was the thing. I did play golf for the most part. It was pretty fun. I'm gonna say that it was really fun playing golf. It's not like I had a problem with it. It was fun. I really like. I'm getting very sidetracked. I'm very sorry. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. Let's just say that. So Jimmy wanted to see one of my golf clubs at the time, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll let you borrow my golf clubs. And he was like, oh, can you show me how to swing it? So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So me being an idiot was like, got behind him and literally told him, like, say this is Jimmy and the golf club's right here. So I'm behind him, like, here, do like this, and he swung. It was like a powerful swing, like you could hear the air. It was like, so Jimmy swung, and all you hear is just a hit, like a baseball hit. You know how you could, like, it's like ding. My voice. It was like a ding. It was like that. Okay, like you heard something, and then you hear me just scream so bad. It was like a banshee. It was like, ah! And I could not do it. It hurt so bad. Like, I could not explain to you guys the amount of pain I was in, okay? Sorry for the background noise, but yeah, I could not explain to you the amount of pain I was, you guys. It was very painful. I could not, like, I couldn't breathe. Like, it hurt so bad. I couldn't move it the way it hurt. I was like, it struck me on the jaw, and I still have the stitches. I still have the stitches now, like, they're showing. It was pretty horrifying. Like, I didn't know what to do, so after a while, I told my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm bleeding. And, well, actually, no, I didn't have to tell her. She was, like, right there at the time, so she saw everything go down, and she just kind of freaked out. She's like, she's ranting Spanish. I don't know Spanish was at the time. I was like, what's that? I stood the most. I'm sorry for all the people who are Hispanic. I'm very sorry. But yeah, no, it was like, oh gosh, what happened? And I explained to her, I was like, oh yeah, I helped Jimmy want to swing, so I helped him swing, and then he hit me in the face because being a stupid idiot, and yeah, that happened. And it wasn't that I was like dying at the time, but you know, it hurt super bad. I mean, yeah, that I was dying at the time. I couldn't like feel my mouth. I was like about to pass out. And, you know, if you got really hurt bad, like if you had something happen, like say you got stabbed, the first thing you don't want to do is try to take a nap. Let's put quotes over that, because napping equals you dying. So my sister was involved too. She was like, hey, stay awake. And she put on a Fast and Furious movie at the time. So I was like, hey, yeah. And I was like, I was super little too. I was making car noises, everything. It was cool. It was really funny at the time. And when I was like, maybe like 7 or so at the time. So I didn't like want to fall asleep. So I was like, at the time, the movie was coming to an end, and my eyes were closing. Like they were physically just closing at the time, and I didn't know what to do. So my sister was like, "Hey, stay awake." So she slapped me. She just slapped me hard, but you know, it was enough to like wake me up. And yeah, it was enough to wake me up. So it was that slap that like woke me up in a sense. So I woke up and I was like, oh, what happened? She was like, oh, you almost fell asleep. I took a nap. I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks for waking me up, I guess. So after that happened, it was more or less of a hit, and I was hurt than a like. It was more or less of a hit. It more or less hurt than the pain I was going through, because at that time I was like wailing in pain. I didn't know what to do, but you know, my sister calmed me down. And after that, like, we went to the emergency care. And here's where it gets funny. As a kid, you know, we all had diapers, and I grew out of them. So this isn't. It's not me telling you, oh, we had adult diapers. No, I didn't have adult diapers. But the funny part comes into place. So as we come to the emergency care, like I had to like my mom was like, all right, I need you to act in a lot more pain than you are, or else you're not gonna help us. So I just started screaming. I was like, ow, please help me. And then after a while, it like we came there on a Friday, left on like Sunday morning. It took them all night. And after that, I was like, Jesus Christ, help me, Lord. My mom was praying. So after a while of me faking my pain, everything dialed down, and it was cool. But while I was faking the pain, they were like, okay, hold on, we're gonna clear up a waiting room, and then you can come in. So once they cleared up the waiting room, I was like, hey, okay, am I better now? And they're like, no, you're not. I said, what happened? And they explained, like, oh, yeah, since that happened, we're gonna have to give you stitches. And I was like, oh, no, stitches. Then they gave us anesthesia. And then, oh, wait, sorry, I just skipped, like, so ahead. Sorry, I'm like, my mind's going, bleh. So, while I was waiting in the pain, I had to go to the bathroom. So they cleared up, and they were like, oh, give us a minute, we're gonna clear up something. And then you can come in. So they cleared it up. And then all of a sudden I was like, Mom, I need to pee. She's like, what do you mean? And like, I need to pee, Mom. So my mom tells me, she's like, okay. So we go to the bathroom, and before I could even take my pants off, I just start going for it. The gusher explodes. And And I just like, ah, I start screaming. I was like, ah, yeah, help me. It was funny. It was really funny too. So yeah, it was just really funny. It was really funny, and it was just me just screaming. That brought the attention of my mom. She's like, oh, what happened? And I was like, oh, I'm just peeing in my pants. She was like, what? You peed your pants? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I peed my pants. And then my mom was like, okay, well, don't. So she asked, because at the time they had like a what do they call it? Warm blankets. So she requested one for me, and I got one. It was this really warm blanket. It was nice, I guess you could say. Excuse me. And so, yeah, that happened, and it was funny for most of the part, you know. Things happened. So they got me into a room, and so they sent me down. They're like, okay, we're gonna put this right here. Tell me if you feel any pain. And then I was like, ow, that hurt. And she was like, okay, do you feel pain now? I was like, no. I was like, and she was like, good, good. So they're like, okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put anesthetics on you, and you know, anesthetics, you know, it takes a second or so to wear on you. Sorry. And then it just happened, and I was like, oh, I feel it, I think. And then like, we haven't put it on. And I just, after they said we haven't put it on, I just passed out. I was like, oh. And so what happened was they did put the anesthetics, or I guess they didn't. Actually, I don't know the whole story. I think they did put the anesthetics, or they didn't, and I just passed out, so they have to rush or something. But the thing went well. The procedure went well. Everything was cool. After that, I came home the next day, you know, Sunday morning, sorry. And after that, they had to, like, apparently, you know, they were doing the stitching. My mom can't handle blood. She doesn't like blood, so she kind of passed out. So after that pass out, she passed out actually 3 times. And so what my sister told me, I was like, I woke up after a bit. My sister's like, oh, do you remember me? I was like, yeah, I remember. It was like, not, I didn't like have a brain aneurysm. I just got hit in the face with a golf club. And, you know, it was nice, okay, I guess. Not nice, sorry, it hurt. Oh, I left a crucial detail. So my friend's dad who did that wanted to cheer me up. So what he did was told me that it was okay and when he's like, oh, it's okay, I can make you, don't worry, I'll make you laugh and such. So what he did is he told me that when he was a kid, a tree branch skewered through his leg. And was like, and I fake laughed like this. I was like, pity laugh. I was like, that's not how's that supposed to make me feel better? I just got hit in the face by a golf club because of your son. It was like mostly because of my fault, but you know, I should have been more, you know, vigilant, I guess. And so yeah. So he tried to make me feel better. Didn't work most of the time. And, you know, it was like, well, screw you. So I just, you know, I just stopped. I stopped questioning it. And then it was okay after a while. It down. Sorry for my cat. If you guys can hear my cat, I'm very sorry. It's have to take care of it for a bit. My sister is actually supposed to. She's you know, in college already, but she doesn't have a home for him, and she's off the door. And she's don't worry about that. But all you need to know is that it's my cat, so don't worry about it. So back to the story. So this kid's dad was like, oh yeah, I got skewered. And so he's like, oh, does that make you feel better? And out of pity, I was like, yeah, that makes me feel better. And I was like crying. I was like, yeah. And yeah, after a while, I was like, what's up? What did I do? I just didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, okay, well, guess. That's it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna die. But anyways, guys, that's not even the full story. Actually, I'm stuttering a lot. I just haven't had breakfast. I woke up pretty late. I stayed up like till like 7 in the morning, so I'm kind of tired. But actually, I'm gonna leave this off to right here because I don't want this to be like a really long video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's gonna be part 2 for tomorrow. Actually, yeah, there's gonna be part 2 for tomorrow. I really hope you guys are having a great summer. Hope you go back to school and have good school. Please do not drop out of school. It's very important. But this is not an educational vid. This is a Minecraft video where we tell stories of what I did wrong and how I got hurt. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this off for today and then come back tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy this. So yeah, this is Unity Bros logging off. Peace.